Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, we're doing a movie episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and look at my new business card I don't actually have. With me tonight.
That made no sense, but okay. I'm Tiffany Albertin, and yep, that's all I got.
Hi, everybody. It's Kenneth, Sanity. I hope this doesn't take too long. I have to catch a matinee of Oh Africa, Brave Africa. I've been told it's a laugh riot.
And I'm Kyle, and guys, good news. I got us a table at Dorsia.
Probably a little easier now.
Yeah, no kidding. This time, when I called them, they didn't laugh in my face. It was so wonderful.
So we are here to talk about a movie that I had only wanted to see because it's been in the zeitgeist for a long time and been on my list like, yeah, I should probably watch this one day. Mm-hmm. American Psycho, directed by Mary Herron, screenplay by Mary Herron and Guinevere Turner, based on a book by Bret Easton Ellis. Came out in 2000, distributed by Lionsgate Film. It took me a while before I realized the movie takes place in the 80s, though.
I had to Google it.
It's wild that it's been since 2000 since this movie came out, though. Wow.
I know. I can't believe it. Just goodness gracious. Like, it's actually been that long since 2002. And not 2002. Sorry. Like, it's been 2000, 2002. But, I think this is... I'm so happy that we're doing this because I feel like the discussion out of this is just going to be like amazing. Like this is going to be such a just powerful.
It's going to be strange.
It's going to be strange. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be verbose. It's going to be all over the place. I'm so excited.
And as I always start these off with our histories, I have never seen this movie before. I had only just heard of it and I knew of it. And that was it. But I've always been curious to add it to my repertoire of just movies I've seen, and I just never got around to it. Tiffany, what's your history with it?
Nope, exactly the same as you.
Okay. Ken?
Oh, well, I have a long history with this one. I read the book before I saw the movie. I probably read the book when I was in middle school or high school, one of those two. And when I heard they were making... Yeah, okay.
Not for Ken.
It happens all the time.
I know.
I watched Nightmare on Elm Street when I was 3. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's too early, too.
But, I read Pet Sematary when I was younger than that. So, it's on track, is what I'm saying.
It's on track for Ken, yes.
Yes, it's on track for poor Ken. But I was very excited to hear that this movie was getting an adaptation. Went to see it, sat through it. And then I watched it again when it came out on DVD and later Blu-ray and blah, blah, blah. All the things. I've been watching this movie for a while.
All right.
So did you like the adaptation?
We'll get into that.
That's a question for later, Tiffany.
I'm so sorry. Continue.
And Kyle.
Well, my history of this movie is a little sporadic. So to start things off, I didn't really know about this movie as a kid or anything. I really didn't know about this movie until I was about well into my late teens, early adult years, into my early 20s. I heard about it, through, of all things, yes, I'm one of those weirdos that heard about this movie and the entire series. Well, not series, it's one book and one movie, but I heard about, the book and movie through the memes. Yes, I'm one of those weirdos that first heard about this through the damn It's Hip to Be Square meme. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And then a friend told me about it. I'm like, oh. And then so I decided, you know what? I'll watch the movie. I actually didn't read the book until quite a bit later in my life. I watched the movie and I was like, yeah, that was that was okay. And I watched it and I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was okay. And it's I think I get it though, especially with the character because he's just so fucking weird and just strange and psychotic and everything. I mean, hence the title, but I think I get the memes. And then, so I watched it then, and I was about, I think, 20 or 19 when I first watched it, and I was like, yeah, okay, and never really thought about it, and then a good couple years later, about, I think in my mid to late 20s, it wasn't my late 20s. This is well into my 30s. Right at the beginning of COVID lockdown. I was about 30. Yeah, I was 30. And a friend of mine, who I actually just started becoming friends with, because I remember posting on, I think it was Blue Sky, that I was it was Twitter, and I was just saying that, like, I honestly feel so lonely, and, like, I don't know, I feel like I don't have anybody to talk to, and this person kind of reached out to me, and I was like, oh, well, hey, I'm sorry for my weird emo posting, but he was really nice. He's like, no, let's hang out, and I'm like, okay, well, thank you. So we started hanging out over Discord, and we started doing this thing called film chat, and him and I would get together, virtually, and we would pick out a movie, and then we would watch it, not together at the same, like, we wouldn't watch it in the call, but we'd watch it on our own time, and then we'd get together and chat about it. And one of our first movies was American Psycho, and I barely remembered the film, but I watched it again, and then he watched it, and then we got together and talked about it. And honestly, we were both kind of blown away. Like, I was a 30-year-old, and he was like, I think he was also 30 at the time. Anyways, he was about 30 or 29. And yeah, honestly, we were both sort of blown away by how, like, layered it was. And, like, how much more of an older and mature person I was. Yeah, like, I didn't really expect what I was expecting watching it this time around. And yeah, I was honestly blown away by how, like, actually layered the film was, and how much more to the movie there really was than what I watched as, like, a 19-year-old, and I was actually really blown away by it. I was blown away by how feminist it was. I was blown away by the very, very on-the-nose portrayals of, toxic masculinity, the racism, the narcissism of the characters, the brutality of American cutthroat capitalism, especially in the 80s of, the Wall Street era, the 80s Wall Street era, and just, yeah. But yeah, I was really blown away by it, and then kind of ever since, I've been a weirdly consistent fan now of American Psycho, and yeah, that's pretty much my history with both the book and the movie, but especially the movie.
Before we go too far, Ken, what's the plot of this movie?
Well, I'd be happy to tell you. Patrick Bateman, the perfect yuppie. A man that will never be your friend, but will eat lunch with you as long as you cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks. He has everything he wants and then some, but something isn't quite there. Himself. As his mask of sanity begins to slip, he begins to become the ultimate consumer while snuffing out the lives of homeless people and prostitutes. When he kills a coworker, his web of normalcy begins to shrink even further as a detective begins to connect the dots that link Patrick to the disappearance of Paul Allen. Will he get away with it? Did it really even happen? It doesn't matter because Patrick is just not there.
Always good.
That's a really brilliant summary of the plot, because here's kind of the thing about American Psycho. What could be considered a plot, it's not that it doesn't matter, it's just that, like, you can't really give that too much weight, because here's the thing about the whole movie in itself. You really can't trust anything with it. Like, you can't trust the plot, you can't trust the characters. The whole movie in itself is a slipping verge of sanity. You're really seeing this through what could be considered through Patrick's eyes. Like, everything is just, is this actually... True. Yeah, is this actually happening?
Do we really know that?
We don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know what's going on. We don't know if Patrick is actually a psychotic. We don't know if he's actually murdering people. We don't know if hell, we don't know if the way he's talking to women is the way he actually talks to women. Like, at the very beginning, when Patrick and his friend go to that nightclub, and when he goes to the waitress, and he goes 2 drinks, and he gets a credit card out, and he's just like, oh, sorry, this is a cash bar only. And he calls her, I don't mind swearing, but I kind of don't want to repeat I don't want to repeat the exact lines he says, because it's pretty brutal. And I just, sorry, folks, I may be okay with swearing, but I don't talk to women that way. And I would never talk to a woman that way, the way Patrick talks to women. And it's like, we don't even know if he talked to that woman that way. Like, we don't know if this is how he actually talks to people. So, that's what, honestly, I think is actually kind of brilliant about this movie. It's all a weird slip of sanity. And,
I mean, do we know if he actually talked to that woman?
We don't know anything.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, we don't know.
Because you can't trust the narrator. So.
Yes, exactly.
Like fight.
Bret Easton Ellis, with his credit to the story of creating this entire thing, like both the book and the movie are these odd looks, these odd views at just these slippages of sanity. We don't know anything.
Every time I hear the word sanity, I think I can now.
Hi.
I was just gonna say, well, look who we have here in our very own podcast.
The foremost expert on the subject, yes.
Exactly.
No, I'm not. Anyway, fans of the show know that I love an unreliable narrator.
Yes, of course.
I love an unreliable narrator.
Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun?
It is, but at the same time, it does diminish any narrative importance. Once you realize you're dealing with an unreliable narrator, the story doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because you could be lied to this entire time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, in the long run, you spend too much time thinking about it. Who really cares?
Yeah.
Who really cares?
I care, but I'm not going to get the answer, so I can't. Yeah. I had to move. You have to move on, though. You have to just look at the movie for what it is. But to go back to one of Kyle's earlier points, I actually only knew about this movie from the memes, too. It was the meme with the chainsaw.
What you're talking about.
I just saw images of Christian Bale holding a chainsaw. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, of course.
And the leg scene where he's fucking the woman with her legs up in the air. Yeah. And like those are the two things that I had seen memes of or seen, just clips of. And the business card thing. Except the gifts I've seen usually involve Pokemon cards or Magic cards or anything but business cards.
Of course.
Black Lotus. The subtle thickness of it.
Oh my God.
That would have been more fitting than, I didn't realize the irony of it until after we were watching some YouTube videos about how
stupid
it is, but they're all almost the same. So they're different.
Font and the texture. And...
They're all very different.
No, but that's what also makes the business card scene also brilliant, because it's just it's all these people getting wet and hard over these fucking business cards, and it's just the way that's shot too is brilliant. Mary Herron did such a fucking incredible job with this film. Just the way she directed that, that scene in particular is so excellent. Just these businessmen just here's my business card. And by the way, I love the sound design on this film, especially that scene, because the way they unsheath these business cards. By the way, here's a fun behind the scenes fact for you. To get that sound, that swing sound, what they did was for sound design is they would unsheath a sword. They actually got an actual sword. They would go to the microphone, and for the exact scenes of someone pulling out the business card, they would unsheath it, right into the microphone. That's such good sound design. I love that. God, this is sorry, folks, I don't mean to spoil ahead, but
it's fine.
I actually kind of love this movie. I love it a lot. But I also have a couple of controversial takes, so stay tuned to this podcast. We're gonna go to some places.
I like how Patrick knew every color.
Yeah, of course.
It's ivory this and off-white this and white this. And
white.
Both white.
Yes, exactly.
I was a printer in a previous life, pretty much.
Wow.
Sort of. I worked at FedEx, and then I did work at printing companies when I was getting out of high school. But this is just cardstock. It's not that special.
If you work at those types of businesses, I'm pretty sure you pick up the tricks of the trade,
Yeah, I didn't work in that high end.
No, but even still, Mike, I'm sure what you did in those jobs, I'm pretty sure you picked up, like I said, tricks of the trade, you picked up the lingo, you picked up, what the nicknames are, what the words mean, I'm pretty sure
these words.
No.
Because when I worked, I didn't do any business card printing. When I worked at printing companies, when I worked at FedEx, it's just cardstock, 80 pound, 100 pound.
No, of course.
That much fancier than this, but it just made me laugh because I'm just again, this movie really fits 80s culture, and it does have one of the worst American villains in this movie a few times too.
Yeah, of course.
Ronald Wilson Reagan.
The devil himself.
That made me chuckle because one of the early scenes is one of the yuppies calling, commending Reagan for something. I don't remember what it was, but it was just funny because I'm like, one, this doesn't feel accurate that a yuppie would be complaining about the guy that's going to help make him rich this decade.
No kidding. Yeah, exactly.
But also, it's yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. And also,
Stand for again.
What?
Yuppie. Young
I don't remember.
something. Young something.
it's
It's a
mainly
word I haven't heard, to be honest, in a while. My father
Well,
used to use it a lot, but I
yuppie
feel like
was
it's not a common word anymore.
yuppie as a term was really only used like in the 80s and 90s. Like that's
Okay.
kind of about it. Yeah, like
That makes sense then why I heard it a lot during those times. I don't hear it anymore.
you probably heard your parents say it a lot, or you probably
My
heard
father.
characters on like TVs and movies say it a lot, like this movie right that we're talking about right now.
Yeah. It was an abbreviation for young urban professional.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
Yeah, thank you, Ken.
But they
And the
also
rescue.
was kind of a throwback against hippie culture too, because some
Yep.
of the hippie cultures were yippies.
Yeah. God damn it.
That's odd. Okay.
No, but it's what it is.
No, of course. Yep.
Did not know that. See, I learned something new. I mean, also one thing interesting about this movie, since it is set in the 80s, like it's really showing the richness that people had in New York in the 80s. I mean, some
Yep.
people still are rich as fuck, but like, there's just a certain level that was there that, you know, where some people, because they're, oh, this is when America was great. Yeah, if you were
Yeah,
rich,
yeah.
it was
Yeah,
great. If you
exactly.
were in the right circles.
But is
Yeah.
this Wall Street?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wall
that's
Street was bad in the 80s.
Yep.
And this was around the time of Oliver Stone's Wall Street,
Yep.
which had Gordon Gekko leading the movie with his phrase, greed is good. And this is a personification of that consumerism, the just urge to consume, to have money and show that you were this better than
Mm-hmm.
with the quality of your things that you purchased.
Yep.
And the food that you eat, like,
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this is a real thing because I've seen enough weird cooking shows in my life at different time.
I want some peanut butter soup. I don't
I
care.
think you would like that.
I
Yo,
don't care
peanut
if
butter
it
soup is
exists or
great.
not.
Yeah, I want to try peanut butter soup.
Well, it was peanut
never
butter, squash, and something
Yes.
else.
Yeah, I want to. I want to try
Oh.
that. That actually sounds pretty good, though.
Oh, that was all
like-
one soup.
Yeah.
There's a lot of recipes you can get out there for peanut butter soup, and it so good.
This woman loves peanut butter over here.
I need it. Somebody
Peanut butter's-
make it for me, though.
Peanut butter's fucking delicious. It's a good food. You know.
I mean, there's a restaurant we go to every so often in Rochester, Minnesota called Newt's, and they have peanut butter. They have a peanut butter burger. And
Bacon. Bacon.
it's actually really fucking good. Okay,
That sounds.
I'm not a big
amazing.
fan of peanut butter. Like, I'll eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, whatever. But I'm not like someone next to me that loves peanut butter.
No, of
And
course.
I've eaten it because she doesn't finish her food. And I'm
Mm.
like, this is actually pretty damn, like, something about it somehow, it
Mhm.
works.
The flavors.
It works.
No, of course.
Peanuts a savory flavor, and the saltiness offsets the savoriness of the meat. It actually meshes really well together while drawing out the subtle sweetness of the
Yeah.
burger itself.
Oh, hey, Chef Ken.
Look, I did cook for a while,
There you go.
but like I like food. I'm a fat kid. I eat.
Same here.
You're not, I met you. You were.
I am also a fat kid. Yeah, I like food.
You
I
are
love
not.
me some food.
Preview.
I mean, I also want to say that one thing about this movie that it does interesting is about 30 minutes in before you have your first kill.
Yep.
Which I think is kind of not what I expected from this movie, because like I have heard about this being one of those like really gory films over the years, which is not true.
sh-
The movie's not that gory.
Yeah.
This is nothing compared
Yeah,
to the book.
the book is like.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard.
The book would make Saw blush. That's how gory it is. Like the book is fucking brutal.
Uh huh. I've never read the book, but I do know, like, I don't know if this scene was cut in the book, but I remember hearing something about there being a mouse shoved in a woman's vagina.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And that's after he pours acid into her vagina.
Oh, my.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Real charming guy, that Patrick baby.
Conscious
Yep.
childhood?
I'm gonna assume so, but but hey, it's a book at least, so.
Yeah.
As bad as Patrick is, though, he's got nothing on his brother Sean.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, Sean Bateman.
Who's Sean Bateman?
Sean Bateman was a character in the Bret Easton Ellis book, The Rules of Attraction. Also, a movie of the same name is played by James Vanderbeek of Dawson's Creek fame.
Oh,
heard of that
God.
movie.
That's interesting.
That movie is worse than this movie. Like, it is harder to watch than this movie.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Okay. Huh.
Like, it would make for an interesting episode. It's one of the movies that I remember watching in college and people leaving the room during the movie.
Yep.
So,
Well,
I have never
it's
gotten up and left during a movie that we have done for this show, other than wanting to a little bit for Martyrs. That's it.
Ken still enjoys that you hated that.
I don't enjoy that you hated it. I enjoyed that it challenged you.
I still
There we
just,
go.
I'm
That's
sorry.
why.
Better
I
word.
just, I'm sorry. I still can't believe that of all the films you've covered for the show, like, it's like some of these like pop culture films, you covered fucking Martyrs.
The
Like,
poster
It's a poster.
told me to. We have
It's a
we have a
poster.
horror movie
then again,
poster.
I'm also shocked that you guys not only did you cover it, I'm shocked you guys knew about I Saw the Devil. I love that movie. That movie's a masterpiece. And I was like, oh shit, you covered that for the show? Nice.
Only
That's
one
awesome.
reason we covered that film. And
Wow.
he's
What
in
is
the,
it?
The
he's
poster?
in the room.
Hi.
Wow. Oh, okay.
It was his suggested, not mine.
Right,
I would have
okay,
never.
Okay.
I mean, technically, he's not in the room.
Yeah,
He's in the
okay.
virtual room.
I
Yes,
might
he's in
as
the
well
virtual
be.
room.
He's not in the physical room
And-
that we are sitting in. No.
And I just have to say, I love your taste in film because you know about I Saw the Devil. That's awesome. Thank you.
Good movie, actually.
Yeah, it is. Damn great movie.
No, that was weird.
But some of your stuff that I do like how they have, like, how they use the TV in the background in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, it amused me that he's just watching porno.
Yeah.
Like, but he's actually not even paying any attention to it. Like, I like stuff like that. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like the Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chainsaw Massacre
fucking-
while doing abs.
Yes, he's doing ab crunches. Yeah, to the fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's
Well,
amazing.
I mean, it makes
Although
sense.
I can't really talk, I was doing shoulder presses and glute extensions to this movie this
Nice.
morning at the gym.
Nice.
So- I
That's
can't.
kinda funny, though.
were you doing the Patrick Bateman like workout? Were you like did you go into the gym bathroom and did you start monologuing while pulling off a peel off mask on your face like there is only one Kenneth Sanity and
Oh, no. No, I don't need to do that. I'm well aware that there is only one Kenneth Sanity. And
Yeah.
I don't need myself proving that. I'm not that narcissistic.
I
Good, that's good.
explained to Mike what a metrosexual is.
Oh god, that term. Oh dear God.
I know. But
I
that's
mean-
exactly what he is, though.
Before that term was a thing.
Yep.
Was it really? It wasn't a thing?
No, it
was
wasn't a thing in the 80s. That thing.
Oh, in the
That-
80s.
That
Yeah,
term didn't even come out to primation until like the early to mid 2000s, and even then, like the metrosexual, like that term probably doesn't even exist anymore. Now it's just
No.
something like that's just being queer. Like that's just like yeah, like that could just fall under the term of just being queer, like simply
I'm-
queer.
I mean, I kind of was like, is he gay or is he just a metrosexual? And that was probably awful, but...
Well, the way I took it is that he probably is gay, but he hasn't come to terms with it, and he probably votes Republican too.
Oh yeah,
That's how
log
I took
cabin.
it.
Oh, of course.
He's
So-
probably in that case he could probably just be a log cabin Republican. And for those who don't know what that term means, it's basically just you're queer/gay, but you vote Republican. Log cabin.
Oh
Okay,
my.
I learned something new. So
Yep.
I have realized this from watching enough movies. Every time I see Jared Leto, I just don't like him. Every character he
Yeah.
played.
No, of course.
Well, here's the thing about Paul Allen. He might be the least bad character in this movie.
Yeah, yeah. And that's because we just barely know him. Like we don't know anything about him as a person. It's except what he's doing in his job and then what unfortunately happens to him midway through.
I
Yeah.
didn't find it unfortunate. I found it good. Not because
Wow.
the character was bad, but because it was Jared Leto. I'm like, fuck him, get him out of this movie.
I didn't
Yeah.
think it was good, but I thought it was funny as shit.
Yeah, same. The entire lead up to that scene is hilarious. And just how he does the entire sequence is great. Just like he brings him to his apartment drunk off his ass, and then he just starts fucking monologuing about Huey Lewis in the news. He puts on the CD, puts on It's Hip to Be Square, and then literally just starts like, hey, do you like Huey Lewis in the news? And it's like, what the fuck? Excuse me?
I like Huey Lewis in the news.
But he
Oh yeah, everybody
improvised-
is. It's great music.
It really is. I like Huey Lewis. He improvised that whole dancing scene, apparently.
It's a, like I said, a great band, you know? Guy's a great singer. He has a ton of memorable, catchy songs.
I like that whole scene. Like, also, this is another cautionary tale. Be careful who you get drunk off your ass with.
Yep.
It was
They might take you back-
No,
They might-
he was
they might-
fine.
They might take you back to their apartment. They might start monologuing about Huey Lewis in the news, and if he asks you, you like it, and then out of nowhere, he'll strike you with an axe to your face, and you'll just start bleeding profusely on his floor, covered in newspaper.
Right after he does the moonwalk.
This does remind me of Dahmer.
Yeah, I can get that.
And you said no.
I did? I don't remember saying that. I thought you said Ed Gein.
I said Dahmer too.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Dahmer. I just heard Ed Gein.
Well, he does reference Ed Gein in the movie.
Yeah, he does.
I couldn't remember if either of them wore people's skin or anything.
Ed Gein does. Yeah.
Oh, he did? Okay, I was wrong.
That's what I was.
I thought he made lamps out of it.
No, just, shout out Wisconsin. Always love to see a home state shout out. Unfortunately,
that was two right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
One from my hometown, Milwaukee.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Christ.
The building does not exist anymore, but I've been near it because it's not far from a school that I went to before for stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah, Dahmer's apartment building was actually near a middle school or high school.
That's awful.
The apartment building's not there anymore, no.
Good.
Totally go there. It's a picture.
My wife's not there anymore, okay.
I'm just that sick person, okay?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I have serial killer leggings, so I mean...
She does.
See, and this is what capitalism is. It's serial killer leggings. Like, oh my god, this movie is so brilliant, and we're having like such just a far out discussion because of this movie. This is how great this movie is. Like, oh my god, I love this.
And like we were talking about the Huey Lewis, I think that he's kind of spot on with the Huey Lewis thing. But then he started talking about Phil Collins.
Yep.
In a later rant.
Yes.
And I'm very confused. Because he's saying that he likes Phil Collins, but he likes his work with Genesis more. And he's so much better with the band. And then proceeds to put on one of his favorite tracks, Susudio, which was from the Phil Collins solo album.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not a Police. That's not part of the Police. That's just Phil Collins.
He's psychotic, okay? Give him a break.
I will not.
Yeah,
you will not.
I don't have
Patrick Bateman is a psychotic, bigoted piece of shit. I will not give him a break. Fuck him.
Hey, he's not anti-Semitic.
Of course. He'll call women like effing bitches and like tell them they want to murder. He wants to murder them and play in their blood. But he'll say cool it with the anti-Semitic marks. Okay.
Well, there's a lot. There's always a lot, and it's good to know where that is.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, it's not above killing dogs.
Speaking of that too, of like killing dogs and like where the lines are, be glad that Mary Herron and Guinevere Turner didn't get all the dialogue from the book, because there's a lot of racial slurs in the book.
Oh yeah.
There is a ton. Patrick Bateman says the N-word. Actually, Patrick Bateman and a lot of the other like white characters in the book say the N-word a lot.
Because they have money. You don't really
see a black person, do you?
You see one.
You see one, and he's the homeless guy who gets fucking murdered with his dog.
Yeah.
I know that actor, though.
Duh.
Oh, of course you do.
Oh, yeah, of course. He's a good actor.
I recognize him.
Yeah. He's been in a ton of good stuff.
Kathy.
No, I have no idea.
He was in... What the hell has he been in that we wouldn't know? He was in Seven. Dr. Santiago. I don't know who that is.
Oh, yeah.
The medical, the autopsy guy.
Yep.
Who was like, he's been kicked to death. Or something like that.
That's his one line. He's like kicked to death.
But no, it was during that scene. He was also in the Fantastic Four that Josh Trank directed. I don't care. It's good enough.
No, of course.
He's in House of Cards. That's where I knew him from.
Yeah, once again, the actor has been in a ton of just excellent fucking movies. I mean, come on. Yeah. He was in Seven. That's credit enough to like being a good actor. You're in a David Fincher movie. Like, hell yeah.
He was on the blacklist. That's enough of a reason.
Like a minor character?
I wouldn't say he's like a star character in anything, but I would say that when he shows up, you take notice.
No, he was in Next Generation also.
Oh my god.
He's a real it's that guy. Like it's that guy actor. Like
right.
You would
him from like a starring role, but you're like, hey, it's that guy. He's been in this thing, and he was
in everything.
Like all those TV shows and like a bunch of these movies. Like you see him in a whole bunch of things at once.
Where you recognize him, but you can't remember. I would never remember his name.
Probably the biggest thing that people of a certain age will remember him from is the movie Airheads.
Yeah. Oh,
he was the DJ Marcus.
Yes, I remember that.
Never
Great
seen
movie.
it.
Great movie. I recommend it.
I actually wasn't the biggest fan of Airheads, but I do like the director of that movie because he also directed one of my favorite movies, Heather.
Oh,
I've never
Heathers.
seen that. I need to
Me
see
either.
that.
Oh my
Same.
god! Neither of you have seen Heathers? That movie is
No.
amazing. Yes,
I know
Next
someone does.
October.
you
But
have
it's
to- you have
referenced
to
in
do it.
RuPaul all the time, so now I...
Yeah, Heathers is a fantastic. It's one of the greatest teen movies of all time. It's a great
I know.
classic.
When was that made?
1988.
Yeah, okay.
That
That's
was like right in the boom of Winona Ryder. That's like one of her first things next to like Beetlejuice and Mermaids.
Oh, is that what it was? Mermaids?
Yeah,
That was
Mermaid.
like Moonshine or
I don't
something.
know.
No, that's Cher. That's Cher.
Isn't she in Mermaids as well?
I can't remember. I'm kind of off and on with Cher. I know. I'm a bad queer. Excuse me. I don't know all of the Cher things.
How dare you?
I know. I call myself queer. I don't suck enough dick. Jesus.
I wonder how accurate the menus are.
She is in Mermaids. but-
Very.
There's like menus in here. You see, one is like a steel menu, one is a piece
Yeah.
of wood. Like,
I love this steel menu. I like the menu that's written in Braille, which is like, are there any blind people at this restaurant? Like, they have a menu written in fucking Braille. That's amazing.
They're just showing off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like back in the 80s, and all of these restaurants, I'm pretty sure, I know Texarkana is a real restaurant. I don't know about Dorsia.
Mhm.
Or at least I think Texarkana is a real restaurant.
Mhm.
Well, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But like they were all, it was the 80s.
Yeah, of course.
So like everybody was trying to, I don't think Texarkana is actually a real restaurant. But
Dorsia
like,
wasn't.
everybody's trying to get one up. And
Yep.
in a city like New York, where there's money to be made hand over fist, you need a gimmick. And sometimes people did stupid fucking gimmicks.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, when was this when in the 80s was this? Just 80s?
This was about no. This is way far in the 80s. This isn't just like 1980. This is probably about the mid to late 80s. Like, it's not even really said in the book. Because, yeah, I don't remember it ever really being specifically stated in the book.
I
like
think the
there's
movie's
good-
in like 87.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay, there we go.
Well, maybe that's why.
Yeah, okay.
The book says 89, but I don't know
Gotcha, okay.
what the movie is.
So, like,
I mean, the way you can
80s.
tell would be based on the Reagan stuff.
Yeah, of course.
87 is for the movie, 89 for the book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't think like their suits or their hairstyles matched the 80s, but it's like very late
Oh, they
80s,
do.
so I'll give it a
No,
pass.
they do. They very much match the 80s.
That's professional 80s, not
Yeah.
Professional, okay.
Yeah, it's
I
not
knew
pop
rock and
80s.
roll 80s. And
Well,
hair
yeah,
band
of course. They're not like MTV 80s. They're fucking
Right.
they're cocaine addicted businessmen and like women who are rich as shit who can just wear all the pompy dresses and fucking all that shit, you know? Like,
I mean, that really is it right there.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
yep.
So several
All the
several
cocaine.
designers did not want to be named in this.
Yeah. Well, of course, yeah. Because the funny thing is they probably did supply all sorts of suits to businessmen who did coke in the actual 80s. So, of course, when it comes to making the fictional 80s of doing this, they're like, oh, no, we don't want to be associated. Like, yeah, because you probably did this shit, the real shit
Well,
back in the 80s.
it's the murders that they had.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah, of
the murders.
course, you know.
And like Rolex and Calvin Klein didn't
Yeah.
want to be associated at all with it.
Mhm.
Even though they say it in the book, they didn't want
Yeah.
to be associated in the movie.
The
Well,
movie's
that's-
different in a book.
In a book, you can say all that shit because it's a fucking book. Like,
That's true.
At the end of the day, it's fiction. But a movie,
Yeah.
even though
It's
it's
different.
fiction, is still visually presented.
yeah. Mhm.
And has
I mean,
a different
in the-
level of reality.
In the 80s,
Mhm.
all those designers really look the same. So
Yeah, they
Oh, no, they did
yes, they
not.
do.
How dare you? No.
Ah.
Like,
Okay.
I've never had any of these nice suits, but I've always wanted them. And they're all a little bit different. You can tell if you look at them.
Yeah.
Okay, but I wasn't really looking.
I would never want to wear a suit.
Yeah,
I
you
love
didn't
good
even wear a
suits.
suit for our fucking wedding.
I did not.
Wow,
No.
Mike. Wow.
He was supposed to wear a jacket and pants that matched. They were like
I actually-
crazy comic book.
Not to show my own ass, but I'm actually tend to find a lot of like suits and like outfits and fashion like that to be very classist. But even then, for my own wedding, I would wear a suit. Like, good Lord, Mike.
He wouldn't
Come
wear
on.
the jacket. Like, I had one, but he refused to wear the jacket.
Oh my
I just
God.
said you have
It's too
to.
hot out.
I said you have to wear it down the aisle, and he didn't even do
Yeah.
that.
Too hot.
Come on,
No,
Mike.
I just noticed
Come on.
something because I'm watching the movie in the background.
Yeah.
Like for the Paul Allen thing, when he drags him out, you see the blood in one scene where
Yeah.
he's dragging the body.
But I
Let
said
me see the
that
blood.
when we watched
You
it.
what? You said that it probably wasn't there.
I said, why is nobody seeing the blood?
No, I know, but in another scene when it changes view when he's going outside and you can see the inside, there's no blood. So therefore,
No, of course.
the idea is supposed to be there never really was any blood.
Oh.
Well, yeah. Well, that, and also, like, we're also going off the mentality that because, like, Patrick Bateman and a lot of his business buddies and everything, they're so fucking rich and privileged that, like, people will just ignore their blatant, awful human being interactions. Like, people will ignore them shouting racial slurs and calling women effing bitches and, telling they want to murder them. Like, they will ignore them because they're rich and they're
Kyle, they
privileged.
still do that in America. You can even say, grab them by the blank.
Yes,
and you'll become president even twice.
I know.
Hey.
I know. Guys, I'm in Canada, and I know you'll say, oh, but Canada's better. Here's the thing. The premier of my province killed someone in a drunk driving accident, and he still became the premier, a political form of power in my home province.
Are you talking about Doug?
No, I'm talking about. Yeah, actually, I am. No, that's not.
I am.
No. That's Ontario. I'm in Saskatchewan.
Okay.
I'm in Saskatchewan. Yep.
Okay, enough said.
Yep. But yeah, like I said, like that's another form about this movie that I love. It's that, maybe they are doing all this fucking heinous shit. Maybe they are, saying out like racial discrimination out loud. Maybe they are treating women like garbage. Because they're rich, they can just get away with it. Maybe Patrick is murdering everybody and he's dragging bodies across lobbies with blood on the ground. And maybe the janitorial staff is immediately cleaning up and they're not saying anything because, they're rich. They'll get away with it.
Or maybe he's imagining all of this because he's so ineffectual and just useless in his life, contributing nothing to society, that imagining this murderous life is the only way he'll feel like he'll have some impact anyway.
Exactly. Once again, this is a brilliant, layered movie.
It really is. And I kept thinking about that as we watched this. Like, for example, there's 3 different monologues he has about music before he does murders. Yep. And the tone that he has from the first one when he kills Paul Allen to where he gets to when he kills the 2 women, he's much less not as enthused. I can't say enthused about talking about. Like, he's doing the monologue, he's talking about, but he's just like, man, I don't want to be here today. It wasn't supposed to be at work today. I don't really want to be here. Like, that's how he feels. So the first one, he's moonwalking, he's dancing, he's like, you lose news, it's hip to be square. Like, he's excited.
And also, by the way, just another cool little fun special behind the scenes shout out of the scene where he's with the 2 women, the one sex worker and the other woman he hired, who's played by Guinevere Turner. Guinevere Turner is a queer woman. And by the way, speaking of queerness, Bret Easton Ellis, famous gay man, both the book and the movie, but especially the movie, is queer feminist art. And that's one of the other reasons why I love this movie so much. Like, there's so much, like, this is queer women holding a giant microscope to the view of dangerous, disgusting, toxic masculinity. This is a microscopic view. This is a magnifying glass, not a magnifying glass look, a giant magnifying glass look at the dangers of capitalism, of disgusting American capitalism. Once again, this movie has so many layers. It's brilliant.
It's like an onion, one might say.
Yeah, exactly.
Willem Dafoe for a little bit, because I love Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, of course, he's the detective, of course.
I know, but he wasn't in here as much as I wanted him to be.
No, but here's the thing, though. He was in the movie for a perfect amount. In fact, here's another kind of fun behind-the-scenes fact with William Dafoe's performance. For his first on-screen part of the movie where he introduces himself, he actually did that scene in 3 different takes. And in each take, he had a particular emotion for his performance. He had a very specific emotional performance. So he would play it positive, he would play it negative, and he'd play it neutral. And Guinevere Turner personally picked the specific emotional performance for the movie, and I love that. Like, you know, William Dafoe, one of our greatest living actors, and like, that's thinking with your brain when you're acting. I love it. Like, fuck, that's good acting. This this movie is so good.
Did they I think they combined, like...
Yeah, sorry, not Guinevere Turner. Mary Herron. My apologies. I actually accidentally called the director Guinevere Turner when it's Mary Herron. Mary Herron combined all of the emotional performances into a mishmash of a performance, and I think that's also brilliant.
It turned out so well. Like, yeah. I didn't know that until I watched a YouTube video, and I was like, this makes so much sense.
Oh yeah.
I really like William Dafoe too.
It keeps you thinking, and it keeps you on your toes. You don't know, just like Patrick Bateman, you don't know how to read it. You don't know how to read the character and the scene.
And I can't decide if I like how they just left the part with Willem Dafoe open, or I don't like it.
No, I get you. Yeah. Well, that's
the movie.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's not a detective for the police. He's a private eye hired.
Yeah.
He's private eye hired. And to be fair, the trail went cold because there was no evidence putting Patrick Bateman there. And then witnesses had said, "Oh yeah, Patrick Bateman was here with us for dinner, therefore he couldn't be with Paul Allen." And enough witnesses corroborated, even though they didn't even realize who the fuck Patrick Bateman was.
Yeah, because so many of the people that Patrick Bateman was with, they thought he was like several other people. Like, they'd call him, "Oh, he's that other guy from accounting, that fucking square," or "He's this guy from accounting." And it's like, "No, I'm Patrick Bateman." It's like, you're not Patrick Bateman. Patrick Bateman is the other guy. And it's like that's once again Patrick Bateman and his own sanity slipping. Like, that's so... Oh, like, damn it, this movie is just, I love it.
And did you know there's one thing missing from this movie that's set in the 80s that I thought of you about?
What?
Nobody's smoking.
Yeah, of course.
That's not true.
No, there's some smoking.
Oh, there is? Okay.
Yeah.
They're not smoking in their offices. They're not smoking in the boardroom.
They're not smoking as much as they likely would be otherwise.
Yeah,
but there
exactly.
is some smoking. Courtney
some of the
was
sex
smoking.
workers smoke. Yeah.
So, like, there's some. The interesting thing, and it kind of ties back to the business card scene, is that the business cards are really the only way that not only we can tell these characters apart, but they can tell these characters apart.
Yes,
because throughout the movie, you get a lot of mistaken identities. You were here with this person. Well, no, I wasn't. I was murdering Paul Allen. But they don't even know who each other are. And these are people that work with each other, that see each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just a lot of mistaken identity going on within that group by itself. So I don't think the murder of Paul Allen's ever going to be solved.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If he even was.
Yeah, if he was. We don't know. Maybe he wasn't murdered. Maybe he did actually go to England. Maybe he actually did go to London. Like, we don't know. We will never know. That's the whole point. Well, even when I say that's the point, no, it's not the point, because there kind of isn't a point. That's once again, the brilliance of this entire thing. We don't know anything.
Who did the lawyer say Patrick really was when he was like, "You're not Patrick Bateman, you're this person"?
At the end of the movie?
Yeah.
Was it Marcus something?
No, it wasn't Marcus Halberstrom.
No, it wasn't. I know we're kind of really like diving into the meat and potatoes of this, but could I kind of point out a scene from this movie that I really appreciated? Especially just for the performance. I actually really loved, I of course loved Christian Bale as Patrick Bateman, because Jesus Christ, that man put on such a mask of psychoticness for the character. But I really loved the performances between Patrick Bateman as the character of Christian Bale as Patrick Bateman and Chloe Sevigny as Jean, his secretary. I really loved their performances together, but I especially loved near the ending of the film, after Patrick apparently killed Paul, and when they're in his apartment together, and he's about to take her out on a date. Well, they're already technically on a date, but they're just at Patrick's place. And, he gets her a glass of champagne, and, they're talking and they're being sweet to each other. In a sense, they're apparently being sweet to each other. Like I said, we don't know what's going on. But, Jean kind of has this very kind of a sentimental, sweet moment. And once again, I want to give a specific shout out to Chloe Sevigny as an actress. She's so damn good in this for a character that has nothing to her. Like, we don't know anything about Jean. And yet, Chloe Sevigny, sorry if I'm mispronouncing her last name. I don't know.
I do it too.
I don't know it's Sevigny or Sevigny. My sincerest apologies to Chloe. She's a great actress, but I love the layers she puts to that. I love the layers of her performance in that specific scene. Like, she really gave Jean an actual, like, a person. Like, she gave the character an actual persona of a person to talk about. Like, you really see an emotional layer to her as this kind of girl who, she's enjoying her time with Patrick on this date, but she doesn't know how to exactly read it. And Patrick is, slipping in his own world of fucking off the wall sanity. And, we see these little quick moments of like, oh, what's going on here? Where, when Patrick gets the frozen yogurt for Jean, he gets the frozen yogurt, he opens the freezer, there's a head in the freezer. It's a quick, like blink and you'll miss it shot. And then he gives her the frozen yogurt and she's sitting on the couch and she's eating it as they're talking and she's drinking the champagne. And then, like, he opens the freezer again and he actually checks this time. There's no head. And it's just, that's such good cinematography.
Oh.
Like,
I didn't catch that.
That's such fucking good cinematography. I love that this movie is always keeping you guessing. You really don't know what to believe. Like, this, I feel like when describing this movie too, I'm always afraid to describe this movie as a quote-unquote a horror movie or a slasher, because even with the violence in this movie, that's not what's actually happening. Like, there really isn't that many slashings in this movie, even as a quote-unquote slasher. But even when it is, the violence isn't underplayed. The violence isn't played off as too wacky or anything. Like, Mary Harron knows exactly what she's doing in this movie as a director. She knows exactly when to make the violence brutal and cutting and very blunt, but she also knows when to get macabre. She knows exactly when to deliver the goods as a director. And it's just, I feel like there's never enough praise for Mary Harron as a director with this movie. Like, there's sorry, I know I keep on saying this, I'm a broken record about this movie, but there's so many layers to this movie, and there's so much brilliance to it that, like, I'm so happy now that nowadays this movie is getting so much recognition and that people are loving this movie now and people are saying, like, oh, this is actually brilliant. Because, yeah, it is. Like, man, if I could have gone back to myself as a 19-year-old and looked at myself and, like, man, I really underestimated this movie. Because, like, at 30 years old, like, oh, I see this movie now. Like, oh my god, I was so stupid. I wasn't paying attention. I thought this was just some stupid slasher crap. Like, I thought this was trying too hard. No, this movie is goddamn brilliant.
Don't disagree. Even though I might not like it as much, I don't disagree.
No, like, and here's the thing about this movie too. You really can't watch this movie once. If you do, you'll honestly probably walk away feeling pretty cold. Like, you'll, like, what was that? Like, it was just like a slasher. What was that? It was just this. Like, you need to watch this movie a few times to really get it. And I know for some people, when watching movies, they hate that, and I understand, yes, but it's just, you just need to dedicate a little bit of time to something. You need to give it time to feed it into your brain. You need to mush into it. You just need to, you gotta let it grow with you.
There's a lot of movies like that, though, that I've
of course.
watched twice. I did not watch this one twice, which I feel like I should have, because when you know what you know, it makes more sense.
No. Well, here's something that I do hope that happens after we finish recording this podcast. I hope, well, I mean, for Ken, I'm sure he will, because I think Ken and I might be mostly on the same page with this film. He may not, like, after all this, he may still say, like, well, actually, I didn't like this movie. But and that's totally cool. We're all different people. We all have different opinions, and we all have different viewpoints. But for you, Mike, and you, Tiffany, I hope you both still watch this movie, and I hope you come at it. I hope you, after you see it again, I hope you really think about it in a different way. Like, I hope it really comes off as something different to you.
I want to see it again just because I should have watched it twice. So I want to watch it again.
The news, it's on Prime.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Like, don't ever worry about that. Like, you didn't have enough time or whatever. Like, you did watch it, and that's the whole point of this. That's what makes, that's why we're here, because we all watched it, and now we're talking about it, and that's what makes a podcast.
Another scene that I really appreciate, or multiple scenes that I really appreciate in this movie, is that you never actually see him working at work. He's just sitting there doing crossword puzzles, like just doing nothing.
Listening to his fucking Walkman. Like 90% of the time he's in the fucking office. He's not saying hello to anybody. He's just, putting his headphones on, walking on by, and like literally the only person he'll probably have a conversation with is Jean. And even then, he's not having a conversation with her. He's just like, "Oh, hi, Jean." Like, "Oh, by the way, Jean, don't wear that outfit. You look ugly." Like, being a misogynistic piece of shit. Like, he's not actually saying anything.
It fits the 80s. It fits this character perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way...
but also, like, this is a true factor. I mean, the higher up you get in companies, they'll act like, "Oh, the executives do so much work." No, I don't think.
No, they don't.
That's not how companies work.
It's bullshit. And
I've done the most work ever in my life at a Burger King.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, you were probably like doing all the actual like work of the fucking Burger King. Like you were.
I was an assistant manager, but yeah, I was doing everything.
Well, I was just gonna say you were probably like manning all the battle stations. You were filling the drinks. You were fucking cooking the fries. You were flipping the burgers. You were making sure everything's being fucking cooked. Like you were making the coffee. You were doing all
making
this
shit for money. And then I got a job as a sales manager for the first time, and I'm like, wow, I'm doing a lot less work and making a lot more money. Like, huh?
Yeah.
Try to realize how that works in there. Like, yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah. And also,
real.
I called myself a bad queer earlier for the whole share thing, but I just want to say, just a bit of a queer perspective on fashion. I'm sorry, fuck Patrick Bateman, but I actually...
You're supposed to say that.
Well, no, that's not my point. Hold on, let me finish, please.
Okay.
What I was going to say was, okay, like, fuck Patrick Bateman. I actually like Jean's outfits. I think she looks cute in them. I like her haircut.
Right.
With, like, the way she has her bangs. Like, her bangs are, like, kind of shortish, but they're on, like, her forehead. And the way she has, like, that... It's not a bob, but it's kind of like a bob. Like, she looks super cute. I like her outfits. Fuck Patrick Bateman. She's got that whole, like, working girl aesthetic, Like, she's the working girl of the 80s. She's got her power business suit. She's got her, her slacks. She's got her power skirt. She's got her business, blazer. Like, Jean looks super cute. Sorry, just, queer, just random queer opinion.
No, it's fine.
Can we talk about the scene with the gay guy? Because I really like...
Sure, please.
Oh, Lewis.
He
was... Suddenly he turns around and he's like, "Oh, hi." And I thought it was great.
He really thinks Patrick was coming on to him. Like, as Patrick has his fucking hands around his throat, and it's just like, Patrick completely tenses up and freezes, and it's just like, what is this then?
I love that in this entire movie, only thing that completely derails him twice are attempts at actual human intimacy.
Yep, exactly.
Between Lewis and between Jean, he just completely loses his track and just like, no, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
But when he's making a homemade smut video with murder and a threesome, like, he'll totally do all that and act like a fucking machismo piece of shit. But when it comes to actual human emotion and interaction of like, "Oh, Jean, I might like you," or, "Oh, this, that guy thinks I'm attracted to him," like, he just like, no, freezing up, like.
Well,
I'm gonna go wash my calfskin gloves in this.
Yeah, he's washing his gloves. Like, Patrick, you didn't touch him with your bare hands, you fucking idiot. Jesus.
Well, the gay thing, I took it more as, that people who are closeted about it, that when a man comes onto them or they realize that they were actually interested, they get so upset.
Oh, of course.
Because that can't be true. And that also fits something else that I don't need to say right now. But that's how I took it. Like, this makes sense that here's someone who's really rich, who is, voting, I'm going to go anyway, probably voting against his own rights because and that's how I took it. Because that's how, to me, it feels like usually people that are really, like that, usually because they're hiding something. It's not because they...
Well, it's like the scene from Manhunter, where like the serial killer is like, oh, look here, I may murder families, and especially I may murder, small children, but I am no queer. Like, it's that bullshit.
It is. It was, it's, I'd love to say if it was a different time, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not at all. Like, you still get this a lot.
Yeah.
And there are dozens of internet think pieces on YouTube. Oh, is Patrick Bateman really gay? Let's think about this. I think he was. And yeah, okay, fine. Probably he's throwing that much of a fit about bleaching a Cheruti suit. Yes, of course he's gay. We get it. His accessories are too damn good. Fuck off. He's gay. Who cares? He's still murdering people.
Yep, exactly.
I love when he brings in the sheets to get washed. And they're covered in blood. Like, man.
And of course, once again,
some balls.
And of course, like, Patrick Bateman's just being a huge fucking bigot. He's fucking condescending to the Asian dry cleaning lady, and he's just fucking, like, yelling at her. And in the middle of her just saying, like, which, by the way, what the wife and the husband are saying is that there's nothing on these sheets. It's, once again, it's Patrick Bateman once again being delusional. That's what that scene is. What they're saying to him is there's nothing on these sheets. They don't see the blood stains. So
I did not catch that.
Yeah, it's Patrick Bateman once again being, fucking delusional. Like, in the middle of all that, too, like, of Patrick Bateman saying, no, there are blood on these sheets. You need to dry clean these this way. And he's, yelling at her fucking face and threatening her. He then immediately is just like, I will fucking kill you, you fucking bitch. Like, wow, holy shit. Once again, Patrick Bateman being a fucking bigoted piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
What a putz.
Yep.
And we haven't talked about it yet, but because I'm watching movies, we're talking. I do love how every time he gets uncomfortable, I gotta return some videotape.
Yeah, of course.
So
he's
good.
gotta return some videotapes.
I mean, it is the 80s, and I was thinking to myself, he's probably gotta return porn, because he always got a lot of porn.
Well, he's probably returning porn in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Because he's watching that a billion times while he's working out. Or maybe, because he's rich enough, maybe he actually could afford to buy the VHS of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, even though it's probably $70 goddamn dollars a videotape. Because it was the 80s and it was fucking stupid expensive.
I think porn was more expensive in the 80s, for videotapes.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It was.
I could get that.
I don't know from experience because I was only 3 in the 80s.
Yeah,
but
I wasn't alive in the 80s, so I don't know.
I've heard that enough through the internet.
No, of course.
I remember the 90s people buying porn, and I remember going to a video store, and you had the closed off area you couldn't go to. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. We're adults only.
My brother would do that while he brought me to rent a movie.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Lovely brother. He's great brother, isn't he?
Oh, poor Tiff. I'm sorry.
All right. I was only 10 or 11 or something.
Oh
and I didn't understand why I couldn't go in that place.
I'm so sorry.
For adults, he said.
Awful.
I just had one experience where I was at a random video store. It doesn't exist anymore, obviously. And I remember there being a curtain. I'm probably 13 or something. or maybe younger. I didn't know what it was. I was like, you can't go back there. I'm like, okay. And I didn't no idea what porn was yet. So I was probably younger.
Yeah.
I just biked there. I was like, I'm going to the video store. I'm going to see if I can go find some games or rent something. More and then, no, what's this area with the bees that I can't go into? That's what it brought back that old memory. I mean, they do show a lot of bodies in this movie, but you never really know if they're real or not, like we talked about. I think that's a good take. I mean, my idea with the detective, to go back to Defoe, because it just came up in my movie, I do think he suspects Patrick Bateman, when he pulls out the CD, look, I bought the new Huey Lewis CD, I think he 100%, he knows more than he's letting on.
And it's weird that, the way Patrick reacts to that news is that he suddenly doesn't like Huey Lewis and thinks his voice is too black. Once again, Patrick Bateman being a fucking bigot.
I think it's an idea to make somebody uncomfortable so they don't talk to you.
Yeah, of course.
And it works.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. Not enough.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, nothing happens through it, but... And then I do want to bring up the scene with the chainsaw. So I knew of that scene because of memes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except it's a smaller scene than I thought it was. It was really just one scene of a naked Bateman with shoes on with a chainsaw. That's it. It doesn't really even kill... I mean, it does kill a person with it, but not really. Not what I was expecting.
And the neighbors don't
No,
hear
it's
that,
much funnier.
Yeah, no kidding.
It is. I also didn't catch that it's Paul's apartment because she's like, oh, this is a nice apartment here. He's like, not as nice as mine or something like that. Yeah. Not as nice. He gets upset.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Paul. So I don't know. On the subject of Paul, did you guys notice that nobody really uses names in this movie?
What do you mean?
Like it's always Bryce or Van Patten or Alan until Bateman goes to kill Paul Allen, and he's like, "Hey, Paul!"
Yeah.
and
Oh.
smashes him in the face with the axe.
Yeah.
That axe is really clean for an axe that you had probably used for multiple murders.
Yeah, and also, like, I think Tiffany was actually making a good point, too. Like, none of the neighbors noticed. Like, that's bringing up another point of, like, maybe this was a giant disillusion, is that maybe he actually didn't kill the sex worker. Like, maybe he wasn't revving up a loud chainsaw and chasing her down and murdering her, you know? Like,
Somebody
once again,
screaming for help, I could see people ignoring.
Yeah,
But a chainsaw going on in your hallway, at night, you wouldn't ignore because you'd be upset about the loud noise.
oh yeah,
I
of
don't
course.
know. I don't know. It depends. How much coke have you had? Really, don't lie to me.
Yeah, of course.
I have had zero coke.
But like, if you're that deep into coke, there's every chance you will 100% ignore a chainsaw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it sad that when you said coke and chainsaw, you know exactly probably what movie came to my mind?
Which one?
Scarface.
Yeah, of course.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it in years. I've only seen it once in my life, and I was like, oh yeah, there's a scene with that.
Yeah.
I thought about that movie a few times for the show, but it hasn't happened yet.
Mhm.
It's not on my to-do list. I'd rather do more obscure movies.
No, of course.
And then you do have Reese Witherspoon in this film. We haven't talked about her at all yet. She doesn't have a whole lot in this film.
Well, none of the women do, and that's, nothing against the actresses, because they're all excellent.
Perfect.
Like Chloe Sevigny and Guinevere Turner in her short cameo, and Reese Witherspoon is Patrick Bateman's, fiance. Like, they're all great. And by the way, this is something about the movie that I constantly fucking forget, is that Reese Witherspoon is in this. I'm like, oh my god, right, Reese fucking Witherspoon. That's so weird. Like, man, that's amazing. Like, she was really just exploding at that time, because she was in this, she was in Election, she was in, Freeway, she was in fucking, like, all of these, like, excellent movies, and then, and then she would, like, really explode with stuff like Legally Blonde. Like, damn, she was fucking taking off. Like, good for her.
I think it makes sense that there's not a lot of, like, no women are really, like, in this movie for too long. It's mostly just about the
Once
men.
again, misogyny.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yes, but also, the 80s Wall Street Club was absolutely a boys'
Oh yeah,
club.
boys club. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
100%. Like, you don't hear a lot about famous, power brokers who are women.
No, of course.
Probably
Unless
weren't
they,
any.
like, sold their soul. Like, they sold their soul to be in the boys club.
Gross.
And of
But-
course, and there's no homos, too. No homos, no women. That's
I
just how it works.
don't know.
Well,
Hey,
Well,
it's
maybe-
just a coincidence recently at the Charlie Kirk
maybe-
Memorial that
maybe
Grinder
homos.
crashed. It was just a coincidence.
Of course.
I'm
Sorry, did you just call it Grinder?
What?
Grinder crashed at the Charlie Kirk Memorial in Arizona recently.
Grinder.
Grinder.
Yes, Grindr.
I said it wrong. It's an app, a dating app.
Oh, I
Yep.
thought I didn't know if you were talking about the actual app or something else. I'm like, are you saying
I said it wrong.
Grindr?
Apparently,
Like,
I don't
what?
know. I don't know how to talk, but
Okay,
That's
don't worry
fair.
about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Like, I was just confused.
but it made me.
We're recording on a Sunday. Who knows how to talk?
Yeah, exactly. It's Sunday fucking morning. Oh, God. I'm surprised I have energy. I'm just like... You
You have a lot of energy, which is good.
Thank you.
So I was wondering if he killed one of the. There's a one woman I was wondering if he killed. I think it's the blonde he takes home from the club when they're doing cocaine in the bathroom, but he has a piece of her hair, so you kind of know how that worked out.
Oh, yeah, 100%. The woman he followed on the street also died.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But they just don't show it.
No,
And
of
I think
course,
that's fine that the movie is like, we'll give you a subtle sign like he has her hair. Like,
No,
she's
of
dead.
course. Like, this movie knows how to play its deck, even though we're talking about constant, like, slips of sanity. Like, Mary Herron, once again, knows exactly how she's showing this movie. It's not just a constant blood splatter gore fest of a grindhouse film. Like, she knows when to rein in the blood and gore and violence, and she knows when to play it subtle.
And I think that's what makes this movie better, too. Like, I didn't hate this movie.
No, of course.
And that's props, because this movie isn't that gory. It's violent, but, I mean, one of the goriest kills is also, like, what Ken had to Ken's opinion earlier.
Yeah.
It's funny, because the woman is escaping him, running down the stairs. He's standing there naked, covered in blood, and he drops the chainsaw onto her and kills her
and
with
it just and it happens to just fall and completely hit her. Like
Quick
it's
timing.
a lucky. It's a very lucky drop. And also, of course, as he's doing all that, he's screaming like a maniac. You know, like.
Yeah.
I mean,
Christian
he
Bale
did
would,
coke
of course,
earlier. He probably did
later.
coke during the murder.
Oh yeah.
Christian Bale, of course, would do this later in The Dark Knight by dropping out the Scarecrow's escaping van.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
It's the same fucking scene.
Yep. Exactly.
How long have you been waiting to make that joke?
It's not a joke. It's the truth.
I know. How
Yeah,
long have you
it
been waiting
is.
to make that comment?
Oh, I've been waiting till we brought this scene up.
No, of course.
I've been sitting on it.
Well, Ken is exactly like me, because there are comments that I've been waiting to make, and I'm just like, come on, it's coming, oh my god, it's coming, like Christmas morning.
But
I mean-
no, I legitimately think that's the funniest scene in the whole movie.
Oh, of course.
It is funny.
Mm.
I was surprised when he doesn't shoot his secretary in the back of the head with a nail gun.
Yeah, because he's about to, that's the thing. It's
That'd
like,
be
oh,
I mean, at least it was a high-power nail gun, so it probably would kill her instantly.
oh yeah, hopefully. Like, she won't have any misery, just, bam, done.
I mean, at point-blank range, I'm assuming that it'll go through your skull just fine, like it goes through a piece of wood. There'd be no problem.
Yeah, and it just goes right into your brain and just instantly shuts you down. Just But yeah, no,
Yeah.
like that's another point of like the movie of just like you don't know how to read this, you don't know how to read the scene, you don't know what exactly is going to happen. Is Jean making an actual connection? Is Patrick actually feeling something? We don't know, and it just that's just exactly how the scene is read, and I love it. That's more brilliance.
And that also is, the moment that he doesn't kill Jean.
Mhm.
When she starts to form that intimate connection with him, he's like, nah, never mind. My dick's not hard anymore. Go away.
Yeah. And he just says to her, like, someone may get hurt here. And, like, that's also interesting, too, that he's honest. Like, he's literally that open and honest about the situation. Like, I may hurt you. And, like, he literally says that to her. That's, like, the one thing that's actually real in that is him just saying, someone may get hurt here. And then she just promptly leaves. And it's
I
like,
think she took
wow.
it as you'll get hurt because they'll break your heart because
Yeah.
he's still with his fiance, not
Well, no, of
I'm
course,
literally
yeah.
going to hurt
Murder
you
you,
and
yeah.
kill you.
yeah. Like, I'll get a camcorder and I'll film you of us having rough sex, and then while in the middle of having our rough sex, I will fucking murder you,
Like you
mean,
do.
I
It's
bet
a
that was
twist.
inspired by a real life killer too. If I remember correctly, Jeffrey Dahmer did record some of his things too.
I
God.
don't know. I'm not enough of a white girl
Yeah.
to get into true crime.
Oh God, yeah, same here.
I watched a documentary.
So that's why I became a trans guy, because I'm not a fucking psychopath who's just like, all right, we're gonna research this serial killer and we're gonna talk about it on this podcast. Yeah, and it's like, okay.
Why is Mike looking?
Wow, Mike!
Toy games. And
Mike,
you did dress up for a toy convention as a serial killer.
Oh my God,
Remember with
Mike!
your cereal boxes?
Mike, don't
The
put your
cereal
wife,
with a C.
Mike, don't put your fucking wife on blast like that. That's so rude of you. Jesus.
Now,
Nice thing, and she opened her mouth.
all right, everybody,
Wow.
let's calm down. To be fair, Tiffany, I can't see you, but I was also looking at you.
I hate both of you. I just know if Mike ever goes missing, I won't be in the country.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so
Damn.
thank you for saying we're not wrong.
So you're just confirming this then? Like you're just gonna
I
say
mean,
like
We have had jokes in our conversation.
Oh God.
Several friends that would be like, okay, what do I need to go? Do I need to bring gloves?
We have made real jokes about that. Like if I would,
Jesus
if you were to murder me, how would you do it to get away with it? Because I don't really, you gotta make sure you get rid of this. And
Well, let's
I'm
not
out
turn
of the fucking country.
let's not turn this into Gone Girl, for God's sake.
and that's a good movie. I like that movie.
The
But
name of this podcast is Games My Mom Found, not
Yes.
evidence.
Yes,
My mom found?
evidence my mom found. Oh, which, by the way, speaking of that, Gone Girl is my favorite David Fincher movie. There, bam, done. There, I said it.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, just wanted to say that, just a little random fact about me. Gone Girl, favorite David Fincher movie ever, like, of all of his movies.
We should do that one.
oh, yeah.
Hell yeah! Yes!
There's also a real story that happened afterwards, and then the cops thought she was parodying the movie, and she was not. She was actually kidnapped.
No.
So
Cops
God
being
damn it.
lazy.
that never happened. Hey, guess what? I think it might have been Pennsylvania also.
Yeah.
Funny, that comes up. Yes, I can't remember exactly where it was. It might have been a different state. I just know there's a story where a woman got kidnapped. She was with her boyfriend. The guy came in a scuba gear outfit and put a gun up and took her.
Oh dear.
That's real. He really wore on a scuba outfit and took her.
Oh dear God.
And then they thought he was making it up. Yeah, it's a real. I can't remember the name of the documentary. I'll figure it out sometime and bring it up in one of the other episodes. But yeah, anything else that we haven't covered yet besides the ending?
I just want to bring up one last thing of my thing before kind of like, I guess, any other final thoughts that everyone else has here. But here's my little controversial take of this movie, but also just kind of everything. As much as I actually love this movie, I actually despise the original book, American Psycho. I read it, and I fucking hated everything about it. I thought it was a boring, pretentious piece of shit.
That's interesting.
I actually, I like and respect Bret Easton Ellis as an author. I do, and I think he has written some really interesting things. I liked what I've read of Less Than Zero. I haven't read all of it yet. No, I'm sorry. I thought American Psycho was a so up its own ass, pretentious, boring load of garbage that out of nowhere just gets extremely, extremely abruptly violent and gory and gruesome. And then it goes back to boring bullshit of monologuing with bringing up fashion in every second or third sentence of oh, my Armani suit and her Versace watch and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my God, fuck, shut the hell up. Yeah, I actually despise the original book. And I think another, this is the end of the hot take, but I'll just say this too. I will once again give so much of the credit in the world to Mary Harron and Guinevere Turner. I think they changed this boring, pretentious piece of shit into one of the best films of the 2000s. They really turned it into a interesting and unique, thought-provoking, smart, and very, very sharp satire about misogyny, of toxic masculinity, of racism, of toxic white masculinity, of the 80s and capitalism and how dangerous capitalism is. It's I think it's feminist. I think it's art. I think it's queer feminist art. I think this movie is so fucking brilliant, and it's so much better than the original source material there. I think that's all that I can comment on with this film. That's me. Everybody else, y'all go ahead.
Ken, anything you want to say?
I mean, hot take, not so hot take. The book is really a slog to get through. Once you get past the obvious look at me of it all, I do remain impressed that Mary Harron and Genevieve Turner managed to pull something out of the book that was as entertaining as this was. But it's widely regarded as a classic, and I feel like it should be, honestly. I feel like it's earned it.
So can we talk about the ending?
Yes. Please.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about the ending.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right.
I didn't like it because I wanted to see him killed by a woman.
No, I get
arrested.
you. No, I get you, Mike. Oddly enough, I've actually had that with certain other endings to things like books or movies where it's just I want a very, very specific either form of revenge, or I just want an extremely specific thing to happen. I totally get that.
What happens here is nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing. None of it matters.
Yeah.
So do we think he was hallucinating all of it?
Well, he didn't shoot out the cop.
Oh, totally, yeah.
If history has taught us anything, you shoot a cop, they don't stop looking for you.
Well, not only that, but we don't know how that went down because it was so fucking ridiculous. Patrick shot the cop car twice and it fucking exploded. What?
Because he was in a video game.
But I feel like he seemed surprised about it too. The look on his face was
yeah. What the fuck? Excuse me?
I mean, I think it could, but the chances are probably 1 in a billion.
He didn't look like he knew how to handle a gun that well.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's shooting the cops boom, 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 nothing. Yeah. There's that.
Honestly, that 2 seconds of film, of him, pointing his gun at the cops and they're shooting at him and he's shooting at them, that felt like if there was ever a Grand Theft Auto movie, that would be the Grand Theft Auto movies, those 2 seconds. The ending is fucking ridiculous and weird because it probably didn't fucking exist. Because, the movie ends off in kind of a brilliant way because it goes back to that opening monologue of Patrick Bateman, but this time it's an epilogue, it's an ending. but not in the way that you might think of what is an ending. It's just Patrick Bateman just saying, like, you may think you know what a Patrick Bateman is. I'm misquoting it intentionally. I'm not. I can't.
No, it's fine.
I can't do. I'm sorry. I'm recovering from a sinus infection. I can't do Christian Bale's epic voice, and I can't do the brilliant monologue. But it's just, it's him just saying, like, you think you know what Patrick Bateman is, but I just look at you with my soulless eyes and blah 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 blah. And it's just, it's that. It's just Patrick Bateman endlessly monologuing of bullshit because we don't know what the fuck happened, and that's the ending. That's the ending you're getting. Point. Yeah.
The director said that's not what you're supposed to think. She didn't mean to portray it like that.
Well, yeah, but like that's just the director kind of saying that because, like, it's people being afraid to admit, that something is actually said. And I'm not saying anything towards Mary Harron as a director or giving her criticism. I'm just saying sometimes directors do that because they're afraid. They themselves might be afraid to admit that, yes, that was their intentional thing. It's just that. I'm sorry. There's nothing else to it. It's just that. Like, every artist has done something like that. It happens.
But she doesn't really explain what she really wanted the ending to be.
No, of course.
She was kind of like, I should have left it more open. But what does that mean?
Well,
it's funny she says that because honestly, the ending is already open. Like, the ending is very open of just like, so we don't know what happened. We don't know if Patrick did literally any of the fucking shit that happened in this movie.
Okay, Ken, tell us what you want. I need to know what you're going to tell us.
My theory is that, the ending could mean, yes, absolutely, nothing happened. I agree with that. I also agree with the possibility that it doesn't matter if it happened because Patrick has enough money and nobody around him cares.
Yeah.
The only person throughout the entire movie that feels like something is wrong with Patrick is Jean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only person not driven by consumerism.
Yeah.
Not driven by money.
Yeah. She's the only pure heart in this fucking movie. And what the hell can she do? Like, what the fuck can she do? Can she just show people the drawings in his journal? Like, what are they gonna do? Like, are they gonna like, oh, this guy's really fucked up, we should do something? They're not gonna care. Like, we don't fucking know. They're probably just gonna laugh it off and say, oh, that Patrick Bateman, want. Like, yeah, we don't fucking know.
So, like, there's any number of ways to interpret this. None of them are right.
Yep.
None of them are wrong.
Yeah.
They just are.
Yep.
Like the ending to this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It just exists.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's just how certain movies and certain books and certain things just end. It's just, yeah.
The book ends the same way.
Yep.
There's no definitive, anything in the book.
Yep.
It just ends.
Yep.
Which is, fine, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But, cares.
Hey, there is an American Psycho 2 directed.
We're not talking about it.
Direct the DVD or VHS.
I feel so bad for Mila Kunis. I hope that paid her well. Like, I hope she got a good paycheck off of that.
We're not ever talking about that movie. I will never be on an episode about that.
Me neither.
It's nothing related to it.
Yeah.
But when they were watching it, they were like, oh, this kind of like. So they filmed a scene right at the beginning where she supposedly kills Patrick Bateman and continues on his way. Get fucked.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not real.
I agree.
I didn't even know it existed until like yesterday, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, it's garbage.
It's certainly something, and it's terrible.
Hey, we should go to Shelf Stacker Box, and I'll lead us in. I'm gonna put this in the stack. I'm not gonna watch it again, but I didn't hate it. But I was watching in the background a little bit while we were talking, and it's. I'm glad that I finally now understand the memes and that I know the movie exists and know what it is, and I do like Christian Bale. So there's that. But go on the stack, Tiffany.
Oh, can you come back to me? I'm not sure yet.
Ken.
I'm gonna put this on the shelf. I like this movie fine. It's probably been about 5 years since I watched it last, and it'll probably be another 5 years until I watch it again. But I think the quality of it is good enough that it earns a spot on my shelf, just not one of the ones I reach for normally.
All right.
Oh, sorry. I think I will do The Stack. I mean, I enjoyed it a lot, but I'd probably watch it one more time, and I'm not sure it would be in the ones I watch over again.
Okay. And Kyle.
Well, I don't mean to kind of out myself as a possible obnoxious, film bro. I try not to be that. But, as a transgender man, I understand as, where I am as a man, I might come off to certain people as something like that type of a stereotype. I try to fight that, and I don't like being that, and I, try to advise other people who may also come off as film broy to not be that either. I fucking love this movie. I think it's a fantastic film, and I think it's underrated to a very certain degree. I'm happy now that it has such a redemption song with the reception to it. I'm happy that people, now actually really acknowledge it for its brilliance, and I'm glad that people are giving all the credit due to people like Mary Harron and Guinevere Turner for the writing and directing. This movie easily goes on my shelf. I would get the Blu-ray, I'd get the DVD, I'd probably even get a poster. I don't know. This is a solid, really good thinker of a movie. It really makes you fucking think about what you're watching, and I love when anything I consume, whether it be video games, movies, TV shows, books, music, podcast, whatever. Like, I love it when something really makes me think about what I'm consuming, what I'm watching, what I'm playing. Like, I love it when shit makes me think. I think that's fantastic. And I hope more people do that with their own things that they intake in their lives. But yeah, I would easily put this on my shelf.
All right. I guess that's all of us. We should just go to plugs. And Kyle, where can we find you at?
Well, you can find me posting about my random bullshit and musings on Blue Sky at chibiufo.bluesky.social. Once again, that's at CHIBIUFO at bsky.social for Blue Sky. And you can find my very own podcast, the Unidentified Flying Obsession Podcast, or the UFO Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. You can find a couple of different roundtable discussions on certain subjects, like certain video game series on my podcast, and you can also find episodes of a sub podcast on my podcast about video game music, where I play various pieces of video game music and then I discuss my love for them. You can find all of that on my podcast.
All right. And if you enjoyed this episode, we have over 850 other episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics. You never know what the hell we're going to cover, because I don't know what the hell we're going to cover. If you want to be a part of the show, if you want to suggest things for the show, I'll someday get to. We have a Discord. It's free. We're always having new people join us, lurk, suggest things, be on the show. I'm always happy to get new voices on here too. If you want to be, I do post a lot of openings. Less right now because October, but when I get done with that, I go back to my normal shenanigans. So check that out. And also, if you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon, a little dog vote in our Patreon poll. We have 1 to 2 polls a month currently, 1 till December. Hopefully December, I'll get back to 2 if I get caught up. So check that out. And if you donate $10 or more, I will plug your podcast or YouTube channel. I want to give a shout out to Phoebe Stanton, the Let's Play Princess on YouTube and Twitch. And she also has a podcast, The Nerds Broadcast. Check out Robbie Sherman with Conversations with Robbie Sherman. And absolutely the best podcast, A Work in Progress. They're talking about currently the Alien franchise for October. And give a shout out to my awesome intro outro, because Helena at Hell Hastrick. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, and rate and review wherever you get your podcast. I think that's everything I need to say, so we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See ya!
Why don't you get a goddamn job? So long!